Hey, aloha, everyone. Welcome to the Friday weekly coaching call. I'm Tom Gaddis. Excited you're here. I'm excited to be here. I'm feeling lucky today. We have I think, a really great topic for today's call, and that is how to suck at prospecting and still make sales. So, how do you feel about prospecting? I have to be honest even still to this day, I dread prospecting. I do not enjoy doing it. I do not feel like I'm very good at sales. I hate having uncomfortable conversations. So, a lot of the stuff that you see Nick and I develop over the years that, we've been doing this for our agency and for the Offline Sharks community has all been strategies and ways to get over that, right? Because the biggest problem that you have when you're actually not even just when you're new, also when you're established and you have a few clients, but you don't have you don't have a full stable of clients, right? Like you're in that area of maybe 3 to 10 clients and you're doing a lot of work that's keeping you busy. So maybe prospecting is taking a little bit of a back burner. But really, what is what is the thing that makes prospecting so difficult? And, I've been thinking a lot about this over the years. And I think it boils down really to one key element, and that is activity, right? Yeah. Dorn says he loves prospecting. Man, my hat is off to you, Dorn, because I tend to dread it. Right now, when I get going and I'm having success with it, I love it, right? But just sometimes the getting going is the part. And I think the reason it's such a struggle for most people, especially when you're new or you're in that kind of, that small client zone area, is again, it boils down to activity, right? To prospect effectively, you have to have activity going on around you. And when you think of all of the prospecting methods that people talk about, they are all in some way designed to do that, right? So the ultimate activity generating, well, I shouldn't say the ultimate. The the original guerrilla school activity generating activity is boots on the ground, right? Going door to door, knocking on people's doors, walking into businesses, attending networking events. Why do people do those things? Well, they're trying to give like a Maui metaphor, they're trying to kick up the sand, right? There's all this, you got to kick up action. You have to have activity swirling around you. And the more activity you have going on, the easier it is to reach in and pluck out deals. And almost to people on the outside, it may appear like you luck into things. Like how does that guy or girl just always fall into these awesome clients? Well, it's not that they just fall into them. It's that they have a lot of activity going around, which basically is what lead generation is. When you hear a business owner say, I need leads, I need lead generation, I need leads, I need referrals, like that is activity. All of that is activity. The more activity you have, the more leads, the more potential prospects you have doing things around you, engaged with you in some way, the better your chances of landing them as clients. And when you look at other methods of prospecting, cold email, a way to generate activity, where our hope is we send out all of these emails in the hopes that people will open them and respond, and thus generate activity that we can then turn into paying clients. Or let's look at cold calling, obviously, activity, right? Let's look at some of the internet marketing ways of generating clients. Facebook ads, Google ads, a way to generate activity, right? We run these ads, we're hoping to generate either calls or opt-ins to our list so that we can then talk to them and get activity going, turn them into clients. Lead magnets. We set up a lead magnet. Maybe we write a white paper or a special report on why SEO is good for your lawn care business. And now we want people to go there in the hopes that it generates activity, and they download that report. And now we can open a conversation with them and we can talk more with them, right? Posting videos on YouTube, posting videos on Facebook, starting a Facebook group. All of these things are designed to generate activity. Now, all of them can work, right? But most of them are a huge struggle to get going. Maybe you've tried some of them. Maybe you've tried all of them. I know Nick and I have tried all of them. And over the years of growing our agency from nothing to, doing 1.6 million in revenue last year, there is one strategy that we have really leaned on, especially in the beginning, to get that activity going and allow us to have those easy conversations. And that's what this is all about. Yeah, all those types of prospectings are a lot to manage, right? That's why we are always looking for a way to simplify it. One thing that would allow us to get that activity going, to have those easy conversations and not have to deal with all that other stuff. And the strategy that we kind of fell upon was setting up a local directory site. Now, in the beginning, we didn't even have a directory site. We had an under construction page. And what we would do is I would reach out to the businesses that we wanted to prospect. Now, I think this is a key part of this process that a lot of people kind of gloss over. Like they just think, I just got to get a gazillion businesses and then this will work. But that is not the right way to think about this. When you're building a list of businesses to reach out and prospect to, you want to be building a list of businesses that really have the potential to become a paying client for you, right? And what does that mean? Well, for us, that meant businesses that were in our own backyard. Our agency operates in Hawaii. Mina Marketing, that's our agency. So we were looking for Hawaiian businesses. We were looking for businesses that needed our help. We weren't going after big chains or things like that. Like we wanted businesses that we could reach out to, start a conversation with, and get them as clients pretty quickly. We didn't want to have a long time frame of initial contact to client, which can happen when you're working with bigger clients, higher monthly fees, and especially with national chains and things like that. We wanted business types, that would use our help. So, home service businesses, tourist businesses, a lot of local businesses fall into that category for us. So we're not just out there building a list of, now we build lists of a lot of business because we're big. We have a different strategy, but when we're new, we want to keep it tight and focused. And we want the people that we're reaching out to have a real chance to turn into paying clients. Now, as you grow bigger and your resources get bigger and all of the things you can do expands, then you can just throw all the businesses in there and weed them out as you go. But in the beginning, that's not a smart play, because what happens is if you've ever found yourself reaching out to a lot of potential prospects and not closing any deals, it's usually because the people you're reaching out to, a lot of them weren't really going to become clients in the first place. So, our criteria, businesses in Hawaii, local type businesses. And then we typically look for businesses that have a problem already that we can solve. So what does that look like? Well, instead of just, trying to pull a list of all the businesses in Hawaii, we want to build a list of businesses with a specific problem. So we may look for businesses that aren't showing up on page 1 of the Google search results, or we may look for businesses that haven't claimed their Google business profile, or we may look for businesses that have shitty websites or no website, right? Or we may look for businesses that are running ads, but they're not running ads effectively, right? So, maybe they have slow page speeds. And if you've been in our community for a while, you'll know that we've put out a lot of courses around using those types of things as like a foot in the door, right? So it's very important that you like putting that list together is a revenue producing activity, and it should be treated as such. So, when you put a list together, it's, look, like really think, is this a person I could get as a client? Do they have a problem I can solve? Is it reasonable that I can expect to close them? Make sure that any list that you're getting or that you're putting together, make sure that you're cleaning them, meaning that you're taking out all the duplicates, that you're taking out any people that aren't going to become clients, right? All of that stuff. Very, very important. So this first step of just putting that list together really helps to determine the kind of success that you'll have later on. And that is how you can suck at prospecting, but still make sales, because we're investing a little more time in the pieces that most people don't want to invest time in, right? Like putting a little more effort in building a quality list, knowing that it's not the amount of people that we're emailing that is going to determine our success. It's making sure those people have the potential to become a client, and then following up with them, like doing other things, like relentless follow-up to see if we can turn them into a client. So I'm saying all this to say the method we fell upon, this directory site method, it checks all the boxes in that not only can we generate activity, but we actually have something natural to talk about, something that doesn't sound like we're salesy, right? A person goes to a lead magnet and they know you're trying to sell them something, right? They may see value in it, but they know you're trying to sell them something. Somebody stumbles upon your local directory, all they see is you delivering value, right? But a local directory, basically at its core for us, is just a lead magnet. We do not want to be in the directory site business. I can't say this enough. We do not care about how many people pay to upgrade to premium. We don't care. We run people through automations in the hopes that they do that so that we can have a more natural way to get them on a call to book our higher ticket marketing services. But whether they upgrade to premium or don't, we are still following up and reaching out with those people with the sole intent to get them on a call to talk to them about our higher ticket marketing services. And we do that no matter what they do, right? A lot of times we will even just give away the premium listings. Like we would rather give away a premium listing and then reach out to that person and say, hey, we've given you a premium listing. This is something we normally charge $299 a year for. We gifted it to you for free. There's a few things that we need to collect from you to get this going. Now we're on a call with them. We're getting the information. Once we get their premium listing set up, we ask them if they could get on an activation call so we can go through everything, right? And now we're in that situation, a natural progression of a face-to-face conversation with them where we can talk about other issues and things we found. Now, like I said, when we first started, we just had an under construction page. I would call the businesses and say, we're in the process of building a local community resource website. Your business is going to have a free listing. I just need to verify that your business information is correct. No directory site functionality whatsoever. Just that. I just want to verify your information is correct. Is this your business name, address, phone number? Yes, all correct. Awesome. Can I ask you one more thing? How are you currently getting customers? How's that working out? One thing I noticed when I was looking into your business is that you do not, your website looks a little outdated. Have you ever thought about updating it? This new community site is actually an initiative from our other company, Mina Marketing, which helps people with this exact problem. Can we help you fix this? So, the reason I bring all of this up is because I see a lot of people in the school group and the Facebook group, like they're not doing this part of reaching out because they think there's something else they have to have in place. There really is not. You really can start reaching. You could start reaching out to businesses with that little script I just told you, without having anything set up, like without even having an under construction page, right? So this idea that this directory site you have has to be perfect and has to have all of this different functionality, and the person needs to be able to do this and the person needs to be able to do that, and what if they can't do that? Well, that's just not going to work. That is all stuff in your head that you just need to push aside. Now, luckily, we have stuck with this strategy over the years, and because we could never find directory software that did what we wanted as quickly as we wanted and all that stuff, we just started designing our own directory software. So it all started with a WordPress version that we called Agency Growth Machine. And when we went to update Agency Growth Machine, we now have started using High Level in the agency. It's an integral part of everything we were doing. We had already worked out a way to kind of like have a WordPress directory site and use High Level for the automations on the back end. That's a product that we have called Reach, but it didn't really integrate the way we wanted, right? There was still a gap there. We're just patching it together. So we decided to just build the first High Level app that allows you to build a directory site directly in High Level. And this would allow people and us to get sites set up and all that other stuff. So that is how Smart Directory AI was born. So Smart Directory AI is the newest software we have for implementing this strategy that we have been doing for a long, long time, even like way before COVID. And so we've been doing this strategy for a long time. So Smart Directory is kind of the culmination of all of that stuff. So, and I tell you all of this because when I got this eureka moment, when I got, oh, okay, the directory site is just a tool that I'm going to use to be able to talk to people that I normally it would be uncomfortable to start a conversation with. Then you go, oh, I get it now. Like, I don't have to try to be salesy. I don't have to be great at prospecting. I can just go around and spread the good news that I started this community resource website as a part of an initiative from my marketing agency. They have a free listing, and let's just start building up some trust and some credibility with people, right? So super, super important, I think, to understand that we use the directory site in this way. And Smart Directory AI, the software, makes it super easy to do all this. Now, we've been emailing you guys about Smart Directory AI. We're actually going to be closing that promotion down here in a couple of days. So if you haven't checked it out, I'm going to let a link scroll by. I did a live presentation a couple weeks ago with a complete demo on Smart Directory AI, all that stuff. I'm not going to go back through that on today's call, but you can go to this link that you see on your screen, smartdirectory.ai. Not right now, but after this live show, you can check it out, see all that stuff. But again, the secret to sucking at prospecting, but still being able to close deals, is to have a lot of activity going on around you. And you can't help but fall into things when that is happening. Smart Directory AI gives you the ability to do that really quickly. I saw Mark said in the comments, he's like, finally, a topic I can relate to, sucking at prospecting. And Mark is a great example of this because Mark, let me find that comment. What do you guys think of the comment shown on the screen? That's something new there. I've been testing that out. Mark is a great example of this because Mark closed a few deals right off the bat that were like, he was redoing some things at his house. I think one was blinds, another was somebody else. And like after the people would leave, Mark would reach out to them and he would say, hey, listen, I was really stoked about the work you did on my blinds. Really great job. I think a lot more people should know about you. I actually have this little community resource website. I added your business. I just need to make sure all this information is correct. And he got a couple of clients that way. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You just have a natural thing to talk about. And it's not just the free listings and the paid listings and all that. There's also events and different things like that that give you natural reasons to follow up and reach out to people again and continue to follow up. And again, when you follow the strategies that we lay out in the Smart Directory AI prospecting training, right? Don't just be loading emails in and running them through that stuff. Like, use the courtesy call strategy. Use that courtesy call strategy. It is gold. Dan Lesser, he started doing that and just started knocking down premium listings like crazy because he's actually putting in the effort and the work, right? And that's what this thing is. So I want to go over a couple things. We're going to also do some shark shout outs. We got accountability. I got some people that got their Smart Directory AI sites live that we're going to talk about. I am going to take your questions as well. I'm feeling lucky today. Next Wednesday, I turn 52 years old, and we're going to have a special, we do every year, we do a Tom's birthday sale. So keep an eye out on your emails in the group for that. It's not going to be about Smart Directory. We put something really special together for my birthday. So you'll see some info about that, but turn in the big 5-2. If you're in the Vegas area, tomorrow, I will be at the Golden Nugget Ice Bar at 5 p.m. I'm going to be there from 5 to 6. You can stop by, say hi, and we can have a drink and chat. So lots of stuff going on this week. That will be awesome. But I want to show you some of the updates that we rolled out with Smart Directory AI. We announced some of these last week, I think, but I know sometimes it's hard to keep up with all that stuff. So I want to point out a couple things for you guys, and then we'll take questions and we'll do a few other things. So I am going to share my screen here. I'm going to stroll over to, here is our directory site, hawaiithrive.com. By the way, awesome work to everybody that's been posting their sites getting live. Some really great looking sites out there. Okay, so I want to show you a couple things here. One is we have updated the URL structure for the menu items. So before, if you were to go to like a blog post, all of the blog posts kind of had the same URL. It just said whatever your site was /blog. But we've updated it so that now it will show the title of your blog posts in here. The same thing with events. When you click on events, you'll see now that these URLs show the names that you have here. Also to with jobs as well, right? We've updated that. And then on the listings themselves, whenever you go to a listing, before, if you were to click on like this Kona European Auto, up here, there would just like numbers, but we've updated all this to show the actual business names, and obviously makes it more SEO friendly, but also looks a lot better up here. And this was just like kind of phase one of what we called our SEO update. So this was one part, the URLs for the listings, the blogs, the events, the jobs was another one. The third part was the custom pages. So the about and the contact pages, any custom pages you add now, you'll see that the URLs reflect the name of the page. So if you go to contact, same thing, see contact. So whatever custom pages you add will now be reflected in the URLs. It won't have that, the number link there as well. So those are a couple of things on the front end, along with obviously adding the ability for people when they own their businesses to upgrade to premiums right from inside their consumer account. So this takes them right to your paid plans. We also added the ability to add a YouTube link here in your footer. I'll show you that here in just a second. Those are a couple of the updates on the front. Now I want to show you some of the ones on the back end as well. So I'm in the Hawaii Thrive sub account. I'm in the Smart Directory AI app dashboard. So one of the bigger things we did is we rolled out an update where you can actually control the order that your businesses show up in on your site. So if you click on the businesses tab, you will see there's this reorder button, and it's on all of the tabs, whether they're premium, free. So I'm just going to do the premium account. So if I click this reorder button, it opens up a screen, and I can now just drag and drop these in whatever order I want. So like if I want Vacation Maui to be up here, which I do with Control Freaks, I can put that there. Buzz's Steakhouse, I can put that above this. I can move these around however I want. So let me see if Pizza Madness. I always like having Pizza Madness on the front. They may be way down here. I think I might have, let's see. Where is Pizza Man? Well, I might go back and do this later. Anyway, oh, a broken image here. We're going to have to fix that. Okay, so actually, I'll move the Kona kayaks up, right? So if I move, I can just select Kona kayaks. I can move this to wherever I want up at the top. It moves kind of slow, so we won't do that right now. And then, that's it, right? Once they're done. Then you can just click on businesses and they will be rearranged. You can see in the way that you want. So that is a little more control that you have right there in your businesses. We've also updated the ability to change the order of your pricing plan. So when you go to this pricing page, before these things were just in a set order, but now you can not only control what shows here, but you can also control the order that they are in. So the way you do that is, again, going to the businesses tab, and then you just scroll over to, wait a minute. Nope, I am not in the right place. Hold on. You got to go to the pricing plan. Sorry. You go to pricing plans. You just click on the plan that you want to edit. And when you create a plan, it will ask you the same thing as well. So if you're creating it new, you give it a name, a description. And then when you click next, you'll see that you have the ability to toggle on and off whatever you want. And then these arrows allow you to reposition them any way you want. So you can decide what shows and in what order. Okay. And then when you're done, you just go down and click submit and you're all good. Now, again, still the same thing in the advanced settings where you can add your own custom items and things like that. This is all stuff that I cover in the honey prospecting section of your Smart Directory AI workshop. But that is all as well. The YouTube link, I'm going to show you that real quick. So if you go to branding and you click on edit theme on this main page, if you scroll down, there is now, you can see right here, there's a place for a YouTube link. So if you add YouTube, that link in here, then it will link to your YouTube channel right here if you have one for your directory. So hats off, round of applause to the team for this. They've got some other updates that they're working on as well. We've also added some new messages and things in various parts so that consumers know what's going on. We also have a couple of other updates that should be rolling out pretty soon. I saw Cameron talking to the devs this morning, so you'll probably see those at the beginning of next week, addressing some other stuff as well that I think you guys are really going to like. So really great updates. Thank you to the team for doing all that as well. Also, if you're a current Smart Directory AI user and you need help, you can always go here and click at the top this help button, which takes you to smartdirectory.ai/help, which is this knowledge base. And the team, again, is always adding things here. So there's a lot of new stuff in here. I know I'm shooting a lot of videos for this. So if there's something that you're not sure on or you're looking for an answer, obviously submit a ticket to support so we can get it tracking and get going. But I would also go here and search for it as well. For instance, one of the things I just recently added is if you're having questions about snapshots, like updating your snapshot, a step-by-step guide. This is a brand new help guide that I just put up here that shows you how to update a snapshot inside of your high-level account without overwriting any customizations or changes you made. So, there's lots of great stuff in here as well. So make sure you check that out too. All right. Let's do an accountability check-in. So again, big shout out to everybody in the school group that puts in their accountability check-ins. This list is growing. Great job, everybody. I see people getting stuff done, sticking at it, going crazy. It was awesome to see. We'll talk about that in the shout out. But anyway, really great stuff, guys. Way to go for the accountability check-ins as well. Also, too, big shout out to Shay, Antonio, and Matt, who all got their Smart Directory AI sites live this week. Those sites look great. I took a look at them. Awesome work, everybody. Awesome, awesome stuff. So congratulations again, new Smart Directory AI sites live. We've got a huge list of people with live sites now, and that is really, really exciting to see. All right, I'm going to take that down, and then let's do some shark shout-outs. Before I go on to the shark shout-outs, I do want to give myself a little shout-out. I went down and played in a World Series of Poker event last week, a nightly, daily deep stack that they did. 400 players. I made the money. I came in 16th. I've always wanted to money in a WSOP event. So that was a big thing, a big goal accomplished. So shout out to me for doing that. Feeling lucky, right? Feeling lucky. Just like business, I love poker because I see a lot of similarities between poker and business, right? In poker, you can do every single thing right. You can make every decision right, and you can still lose. That can happen in business as well. You can make every right decision and still not have success. Also, too, in poker, you can make terrible decisions and win. The same thing in business, just like we're talking about with how to suck at prospecting and still close sales. You can suck at prospecting and still close sales and still have success. If you've ever looked at somebody and thought, how is that person super successful, right? Well, there's an element of that in business, right? Now, I don't want to, I'm not trying to knock anybody that's successful, because when people are successful, they're always putting in effort and doing work, I find. But, there is an element of, when you're putting in the work and you're doing those things, you're in the right places at the right time. Again, like I said at the beginning of this, activity, right? Activity is the whole secret of all of this. When you have a lot of activity going on, you can just luck into things sometimes, right? Or they fall into your lap. Same thing in poker. If you're, playing a lot of hands can get you in trouble. But if you are specific, like if you're not a crazy person, but you're strategic about the hands you play and the things that you get involved in and all that stuff, then you have an opportunity to win and to do that kind of stuff, right? Same thing in business. So I love all that stuff, and that ties. I'm glad I remembered to do that, because that ties in great to what you're talking about, how to suck at prospecting and still make sales. You just have to have activity, right? The more activity you have going on around you, the more success you can have. So let's do some shark shout outs. First up, Michael. He found Nick's YouTube channel. He started rebuilding his agency from scratch, working daily and following the AI Profit Center method. Now he's ready to scale even more in the next 90 days. Michael, I saw this. This is awesome to see. It has been awesome to watch Michael's progress and growth. He's only been in our community for 90 days, but man, he's closing deals. He's got a Smart Directory AI site set up. He's doing the work, right? He's putting in the effort. And when you continue to do the work and put in the effort, it's not a guarantee of success, but your chances of succeeding are greatly, greatly improved, right? So awesome stuff, Michael. Really great to see that. Next up, Sandy Alexander sold a new website launching this week for $400 and closed a past client on a $199 one-time chatbot deal. Woo, awesome stuff, Sandy. I love it. Next up, Savannah Harris. She just closed her first deal. Super excited, even without having it all figured out yet. She's been diving into high level daily and soaking up everything from the group. Now she's putting together the proposal and locking in pricing. Awesome work, Savannah. Love to see that. Next up, Megalodon, the man himself, Dorn Brenton, closed a local chiropractor for Google Business Profile, $199 a month, and 6 weekly appointments for the fam. I love it. My wife would love a deal like that, Dorn. So awesome stuff. Next up, Mr. Richie Cronin sold his new Google Business Profile Optimization service to a restaurant group, 4 locations in Nashville, $13,500. That is a great amount of money. Richie, you could bring that out here to Vegas and buy into the main event for 10 grand, probably triple it, quadruple it, I bet. Anyway, He said, note, $12,000 in cash, $1,500 in a bar tab. What a deal. Also talking through changing their entire platform to use his SaaS offering, which he does in Go High Level. So awesome work, Richie. Love it. Pierre landed a $500 contract with a former video client. He used AI to rewrite their homepage copy in minutes, sent over 3 versions, and they booked a call right away. Now he's refreshing their copy and co-designing a simple site. Nice. Nice stuff. Jackie Posada. She landed 2 clients this week. One for a website with CRM features, $1,999 up front, then $129 a month after 60 days. Another is a white label deal. Her internal teams handling automation and Go High Level and ClickFunnels. First phase closed at $999. Big momentum. Yes, Jackie has gotten some big momentum going. It was awesome to see those first ones out. This is great, Jackie. Keep it up. Keep it up. Lynette Wells, she's currently writing a proposal for a new website, Shopify and Go High Level client. Big things ahead with this one, small but meaningful goals. Awesome work, Lynette. Awesome work. That is a grand total for the week of June 21st through the 27th of $17,925. Since the start of 2025, you, the people in our community, have closed $657,302.43 in business. That is awesome. Way to go, everybody. Big wins. We're over $500,000. That's really awesome. You know, we've been pretty consistent at hitting that 1.5 million in business close over the past few years. So looks like we're on our way to that at least, and hopefully a lot more. So way to go, Sharks. Awesome stuff. What else? Oh, hey, 4th of July next week. We are not going to have a live show next week. So we will be gone next week for the 4th of July. So I just wanted to say happy 4th to everybody. Be safe. Enjoy times with your family. But we will not have a live show next Friday or a live coaching call next Friday because of the 4th of July. So we got that in. All right. We also like to reward people in our community for doing great stuff by making them Member of the Week. And this week, our Member of the Week is Jackie Posada. Jackie, awesome to see the momentum you've gotten. We have this amazing Sharks treasure chest coming your way. Only the people that have won it know what's inside, but you've got one coming. The team will reach out to you to get your info so we can get this shipped, or you can just reach out to them, offlinesharks.com/support, and we'll get one of these treasure chests out to you. So awesome work, Jackie. Congratulations. Excited to see that. Okay, I think we're going to take a few minutes. Let's do some questions. I'm going to pop the comments back up on the screen here now that we got through that. I'm going to take a little drink of soda. All right. So, Patty, so I will show a great book. So Patty always likes to know, what is Tom reading? So I do have a book that I've been reading that is really good. It's by Ben Horowitz. It's called The Hard Thing About Hard Things. And, you know, one thing that I have learned in business is that no matter how much success you have, there are going to be bumps in the road. You're going to go through some hard shit, right? You're going to have to make decisions you don't want to make. You're going to have to make decisions about things that you don't know about. Like, things are going to come up and you're going to have to figure out what they are to even make a decision. A lot of times you're not going to know if the decisions you make are the correct ones. This book is really great about that. The Hard Thing About Hard Things. Building a business when there are no easy answers. So this is a really good one. I recommend you take and check it out. It's really awesome. I also, let's see. Let me look at some questions here. So Maggie says, oh, where'd it go? Missed it. Maggie says, I'm setting up Stripe and wonder, should it be under my agency name and email or my directory name and email? So, Margie, so there's a couple of things that you can do here. So when you create a Stripe account, you can actually have multiple billing profiles in Stripe. So I don't know what they call it. I don't think they call it a sub account, but like you can do that. That's one way. Because for us, Hawaii Thrive is an initiative of Mina Marketing. So Mina Marketing is the main company. We have a doing business as Hawaii Thrive. So we can reach out to people that way. And when we invoice, we just send things from Mina Marketing because we're very transparent about it. Like we don't try to hide that the directory site is part of the agency. We're very open and vocal about it. When people ask, we just tell them, usually right up front. Like one of the things that we do, one of our company's initiatives is to help local businesses for free. And as part of that, we set up this community resource site. We give people free listings, like we do all that stuff. So by the way, that business model is not unique to us. If you guys want to know where I got that from, it was AARP. So I read an article a long time ago about AARP, you know, the place that does all the senior, like AARP is considered a senior resource, right? Like if you're a senior, you're looking for senior information, you go to AARP. Their website has a ton of valuable stuff for seniors. But behind the scenes, AARP is an insurance company. They sell insurance to, you guessed it, seniors. And when I read that article about how they did that, I thought, man, that is smart. So they have this whole front thing that just looks almost like a government organization, almost like a nonprofit, but it's really a for-profit. So they deliver a lot of value on the front end, and they just, when they generate that activity, right? Because the value they're bringing generates a lot of activity, they just scoop off people for their insurance on the back end. And I thought that is really smart. I wish we could do something like that. Now, at the time, we were doing a mailer to like 10,000 homes in Kihei. And I had been thinking about putting a directory site together with that mailer. And when I read that article about AARP, that's when the first things started to kind of link together about what our approach and our goal with a directory site would be and how we could actually use it to generate clients and activity and all that stuff. We did not want to do the traditional directory approach where we try to build this thing and get people to eyes on it and listings and all that crap. Like too much work, people, too much work. So anyway, so you could do it either one of those ways. Okay. Awesome. And Patty, I didn't win the hat. I bought the hat, but I did win some money. Not very much. It was a very small event. It was only like a $400 buy-in. There was only 400 players. So I think first place was like $24,000. But I didn't win anywhere near close to that. But I love to play. I love to play poker. So Scoopy, we do not have smart directory in French yet. So we only support English speaking countries right now. It's called a billing profile. Okay, thanks. I couldn't remember the name of that. Awesome stuff. So here's a question from Clyde. Clyde says, question, should you use the same domain website name for the under construction page and the SDA page name? I mean, I would probably do that. Like if my directory site is going to be, LasVegasThrive.com, I would probably set my the construction page up to that first. And then once my directory is built, I would just move the domain to the new one because you don't need the under construction page, right? It'll just give a little more credibility to what you're doing. They'll go there and see like, oh yeah, there's the domain he said, and there's the under construction page. And then once your smart directory site is all set up, then just move it over. I wouldn't be doing the under construction page forever, right? I just get that set up so you could get that moving. And we've got a workflow and all that stuff for it that you get as a bonus with Smart Directory AI. So let me scroll up here. I got Margie. Frank, are you in Vegas yet? When are you going to be here? Let me see. Any other questions here? Okay, Bill says, if I build several clients on the sub account I'm on, is it difficult to later switch them to each with their own sub account when I upgrade, go high level? Bill, I don't know the ins and outs of that. Maybe Dorn can tell you, or maybe someone from our team can put that in. I am like the least techie person on. I know just enough to be dangerous, so I have never done that. So I don't know what that process looks like. You can always submit a ticket at offlinesharks.com/support, and we can ask somebody on the team and get a good answer for you. So that would be great. Hey, one of the things that I was thinking about doing here on the weekly coaching call as well is starting a new segment that I would call Buried Treasure. Okay. And I'm going to answer some more of your questions, but I also want to do this because I saw this. Let me pull this up. And while I'm pulling this up, I will answer some questions while I'm doing this. So there was a post in the Facebook group. I'm going to try to find here real quick. Da na 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 da na 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 da na 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 na. Oh, it was a few days ago. I should have saved the link for this week. Bad Tom, but I didn't. And found it. Hey, never let failure go to your head, people. That's what my mom used to always tell me. Okay. So let me answer a couple of these questions, then I'll show you this. July 14th. Awesome, Frank. Excited for you to be here. Okay, there we go. So somebody says, Tom, how do I create my own site for my legacy and sub account? What do you mean your own site? Do you mean like an agency website, or are you talking about a smart directory? Like, kind of clarify that, right? JC, do you need to have Go High Level to get the AI directory? Yes, JC, the smart directory AI is built on top of High Level. So they call them apps. I like to think of it as an extension. High Level does not have all the functionality to do a directory site that I showed you. I know that they're working on a directory, but it is not going to be anything like what we have. My inside report so far is theirs is going to be very, very basic. It's just going to display, kind of look like a directory, but they're not going to have a lot of the functionality that we currently have. You have to build that in. So if you sign up for Smart Directory AI, though, JC, we do have a free 30-day trial of High Level that you can get. So if you sign up for Smart Directory AI, go in, sign up for the trial. That's plenty of time to get your directory site set up, start getting some traction and all that stuff. And if something happens, and at the end of that 30 days, you want to keep using Smart Directory, but you're not sure about the High Level side, just reach out to us. We can try to figure out a workaround for you. Okay. Let's see. JJ says, I've got an ongoing support question here in the UK. All numbers. JJ, I saw that support question. Cameron, can you verify? I know the team is working on this, but JJ, I know I saw that ticket and your support question, so I know the team is working on it. I don't know the answer to that, by the way. I'm not in the UK. I know Dan, Lesser, Jackie, they're in the UK. They may know the answer to that. Jamal says, remember Tommy? Oh, yeah. Tommy Vu. Yeah, he won. Okay. Can you feed the file to Gemini or Manus and have them scrub those 3 figures? Oh, there's a solution right there. Awesome. Okay. So I went through those questions. So back to what I was talking about. A new segment called Buried Treasure. So what got me thinking about this was I saw one of our members, Garrett, posted that he had his website live in our Facebook group. So I don't know if you all saw this. Did any of you see this? So Garrett posted, hey, I've got my agency website up, and he posted a link. What do you all think of this website? I mean, I think this looks pretty good. I may be biased, as you'll find out in a minute, but mean, this looks great, right? And there were a lot of comments from people in the group about, wow, that website looks awesome. And like, it's got all these services pages here, right? Here's the web design service page. Here's the SEO service page, like all this great content. Also, it has discovery forms, which are, this is another thing when you think about how can I suck at prospecting and still make sales? These discovery forms are another way that we do that. So whenever, there's always this awkward moment when you're talking to a potential prospect where you need to find out what their budget is, but they don't want to tell you their budget, right? So it was always an awkward thing for us. So we decided to start putting these discovery pages on our website. Whenever someone would reach out to us about like a website deal, the very first thing we would do is say, hey, we need you to do us a favor, go to this link and fill out the form so that we can accurately talk to you about your project. Now, this does a couple of things. Number one, it weeds out all the tire kickers and time wasters, because if they will not take enough time to go and fill out this form, then this project really is not that important to them. So it weeds out a lot of people that you would initially waste time on. Number two, one of the questions in this form is, what's your budget range? And there's like a list of ranges. And people almost always answer that question. I don't know that we've ever had anybody not answer that. And I remember the first time that we implemented this and somebody put that their budget range was 8,000 or more. Like Nick and I about fell out of our chairs because we didn't think we could get a client in that budget range. Like we were not charging anywhere near that. And we were like, oh, there are people out there that have these budgets that we can get as clients. So that's the other part. It helps you know the budget. And then it just gives you a lot of the information you need to be able to accurately quote and talk to them about their project and even onboard them when they become a client. So these forms are really, really great. We even put out a product around this called Local Fee Finder, where you can add these in any WordPress site that you have. But then there's also portfolio, right? There's also a portfolio here and things like that. So what do you guys think of the site, right? Looks really, really great. About contact, all that stuff. Well, I was so surprised because what caught my attention about this is actually the done for you website that we give everyone who gets our snapshot for signing up to go high level through us. So in our go high level snapshot that you get when you sign up for high level through us, like if you go into the Smart Directory AI members area, and sign up for high level, you get this snapshot automatically added to your account. And this is the done for you website that we include with it. All of this content on these service pages, like, is all content that we built out for this site. All this portfolio stuff, these are clients that we've worked with at Mina Marketing. So this was our original website before we updated to Mina Marketing. And it's just all in your high level account. So on this today, this new section that I'm going to call Buried Treasure, I'm going to show you where you can find this website. So if you go into your, so first you have to have signed up. Oh, did I close my, I did. Hold on. I'm going to have to go to high level so we can do this. So here. So if you log into your high level account, so if you signed up to high level through our link, then this snapshot was automatically added to your high level account. Now, if you have not signed up to high level under us, or you're under another affiliate, you can reach out to support, offlinesharks.com/support, and ask them what your options are. I do believe we have some other options that will allow you to get the snapshot even if you're not under us. So reach out to support. They can tell you what is in there, right? But no, the website is no additional cost. It just came in your account for free. So we just give it out for free when people sign up through our high level link. So let me show you where this is at. So if you log into your high level account, you create a sub account. So I'm going to use Tom's agency here. So whenever you're in a sub account, so am I in Tom's agency? High level, there we go. Took it a minute to go in there. Let me refresh there. It didn't know what it was doing as I was clicking around there. Okay, so I'm in Tom's agency. So if I go down here on the left-hand menu to sites, you will see these are the funnels that are included with our snapshot. But if I click on websites, you get like 20 websites that you can use for client templates, but you'll see this one that says agency website. So this is this exact website. Okay. So, wrong one. Where am I at? Okay, here I am. So you can see there's 15 pages to this website. And all you have to do is connect your domain to it. And you can go in and edit any of these pages that you want. It also comes complete with the discovery forms and all that stuff. So you can see if you want to edit the web design, you just click edit. And now it opens up the high level website builder and you can edit this. But you can see all this copy and images are included. So, all of these things on this page are included in the snapshot. So this is a done for you website. This is some buried treasure. This is in your AI Profit Center snapshot. If you have that, if you have the AI Profit Center snapshot, you have this. You can get that snapshot by either signing up through our affiliate link. There's also a few other ways. If you're an AI Profit Center member, obviously you have it. So yeah. So you can just go in and edit these pages and then connect it. So this is a new segment we're going to be doing called Buried Treasure. Hamel says, I don't see any of this. You don't see it in your high level account? So we actually have if you email support, there is a snapshot guide we can send you that will help you troubleshoot if you imported the snapshot and it didn't work or anything like that. So yeah, just go to offlinesharks.com/support and submit a ticket. Say, I'm not seeing the snapshot in my account, and the team can look into it and see, did you sign up to go high level through us, or are you an AI Profit Center member? Let them know, right? Okay, so yeah, this thing is awesome, right? Just one of those things. I know that there's a lot, we have a lot of stuff, right? We've been doing this for a while. We have a lot of great products. So I want to try to point out some things that maybe you just saw when you first signed up, or maybe you just overlooked them and you don't know they're there. So this will be a new segment we're going to be doing called Buried Treasure. Now, before we go, I also want to give away some Cash App money. I'm going to give away two $25 Cash App. What I don't know what you call them, giveaways. That's what we're going to call them. So I'm going to go back over to the screen. If you guys could do me a favor, go and put in hashtag all in, and I will draw for these. There we go. Put in hashtag all in. I'm going to draw for two $25 Cash App cards. I'm going to answer a couple questions while you're doing that. Somebody says, Tom, I have a question for you. What to say to someone who agreed to pay but is not paying? Oh, man. We have all been here, right? If you have clients, you have been in this position. We try to be professional and firm in the beginning, and then we just sort of wrap with the pressure. Like, I wish there was some some magic thing I could tell you, but there's not, right? You just got to kind of keep at them until they do it. So, okay. Is this another question in here? Margie says, for business tags, can we add more business tags later? Yes. So Margie, we are working on a menu update right now. So the menu functionality is a little limited. Like the way we have it set up at Hawaii Thrive is probably the best setup, but we are working on an update to that to make it more like WordPress. So keep your eyes out for that. Okay, awesome stuff here. Awesome stuff. All right, I'm going to draw for the first $25 Cash App winner. Our winner today is Daz. Congratulations, Daz. We'll draw for our second winner, and Cash App money goes to... We will get another money song, Patty. Sorry, it's taking us a little longer than one. Christina, congratulations. $25 in Cash App money coming to you. You guys can just go to offlinesharks.com/support, submit a ticket. The team will get you squared away there. Awesome stuff, everybody. This has been another great coaching call. I love the questions. A big welcome to everyone who has joined Smart Directory AI over the past couple of weeks. Remember, we're going to be shutting that off I think tomorrow, well, in a day or two. So if you haven't signed up yet, make sure you go sign up for Smart Directory AI, smartdirectory.ai. We have over $6,500 worth in bonuses. Plus, you get $100 off the public price when you sign up through us. So go to smartdirectory.ai, check out the training, sign up. Love to see you on the inside. Remember, next Friday, no live coaching call next Friday. It's July 4th. Everybody stay safe. Have a happy July 4th. And keep your eyes out on our emails and in the groups for my birthday sale. I'm going to be turning 52 on Wednesday. So we're going to do something special. I think you guys are going to love it. Also, make sure you check out Nick's YouTube channel. Check out our Offline Sharks YouTube channel. Oh, we launched a Smart Directory AI YouTube channel. So if you guys could do me a favor, if you could go to YouTube and find the Smart Directory AI YouTube channel, subscribe. There's, I think, one video there. Comment on the video, like it, all that stuff for me. I would really appreciate it. Paul, I appreciate the birthday wishes. And if you're in Vegas, show up tomorrow from 5 to 6. I will be at the Golden Nugget Ice Bar hanging out. I'd love to say hi, chat with some people. I know a couple of people are going to be there, so I think it'll be really, really awesome. So stop by, say hello. Until then, stay safe, everybody. I won't see you next week, but I'll see you the week after. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam session. We've helped thousands just like you start and scale their businesses. If you'd like our help to grow your business, go to the link on your screen now and let us know how we can help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.